Good morning, children. So in the last class, I was doing the lesson number 2, nutrition in animals. So about the types of teeth we studied, their function we studied, and number of teeth also we studied. Okay, so then next part is the saliva. Samati. Next part is the saliva. About that also, one activity I studied, that saliva, what is the work of saliva in the food, in the buccal cavity. In the mouth, what happens? Saliva is able to convert the starch into sugar. Okay, so that's why when we done the experiment, when you add the iodine to the boiled rice, only it is changing the color into the blue-black. Okay, so in the chewed, that rice only, boiled rice, if you chew and take and add the iodine solution, it is not changing the color. Because when you are chewing the food, it is the chemical reaction takes place there. The saliva acts on the food and it is converting what is the starch present in the food, no, that is converted into sugar there. That's why there is no color change in the chewed food. That activity we learnt in the last class. Today, the another part of the mouth, that is the tongue. Okay, so in the tongue, what are the parts are there, and how do we first? What is the main character we will feel about the tongue? Means about the taste. Okay, so how do we feel the taste, and what is the main function? What is its shape? Where it is present? That all we will discuss today, children. Okay, so after that, next part we will go it. So tongue is a fleshy muscular organ. So this is fleshy and it is muscular. Muscular means fleshy and muscular organ. One of the organ in the mouth. Okay, so where it is present? It is attached to the bottom of the buccal cavity. At the end of the buccal cavity, substratum we will call it. At the end of the buccal cavity, for the bottom place, this tongue is attached. Okay, it is a fleshy muscular organ. Okay, so then the free end of this tongue. See, when you open your tongue like this, the front portion is free end. There is no attachment anywhere for the front portion. Only backside portion is attached to the buccal cavity. So front portion is able to move up, down, sides, also corners, left and right, both sides it can move. So it is able to rotate the food in all directions. That is one main function of the tongue here. Okay, tongue mainly help. There are, what are the functions? Functions means what is the work? How does it help us in achieving the food, or whatever the it is doing the duty, no, that work it is doing, no, that is the function of the tongue. Okay, what does it do means it is helping the food to move forward, backward, sides, corner. Okay, so helps the food to move. Okay, so moving in all directions. That part it is helping. Especially movement of the food will be done by the tongue only. Then one more thing is it is able to, food will be giving the taste. We'll get the taste by the tongue only. What food you are eating, that will be known by the tongue only. Okay, so to identify this taste, what is present on the tongue, that is the taste buds. We'll call it as a taste buds. So these taste buds are helping the tongue to identify what are the different types of taste we have in our food. Okay, you know already that our food we have lot of taste. Different food have different types of taste. In that mainly we'll get the taste as the sweet maybe, okay, salt maybe, salty taste, bitter maybe, and sour maybe. Okay, sweet taste may be there, salt taste may be there, bitter taste may be there, and sour taste may be there. All these states will be known to us by the help of taste buds which are present on the upper layer of our tongue. Okay, this is the second function, second use of the tongue. Okay, so how these states can be identified? Here there is a picture of the tongue. Okay, so you also write it, children. You practice in your rough note. Okay, science rough note I told no. In that you write down all these points and along with the diagram also. So this tongue is how to get the taste. Each one how to identify. Okay, for that they have given an activity here. What is that activity? 2.4 activity 2.4. In that activity, they are telling us to make a sample. So before that, they have given a little more points. So this function I am telling, I'll finish that one. See this helping in taste also, and it helps in talking, talk or speak. Okay, for speaking also, without tongue we cannot speak. Okay, so helps in talking or speaking also, and chewing the food. Okay, move in all directions like chewing and swallowing of the food. This all work will be done by the tongue only. Okay, so how to find out the taste? Now we'll come to the activity 2.4. So in that activity, what we are going to prepare, some solutions we are going to prepare. Okay, so what are those solutions? It may be sugar solution. Okay, solution means what? So sugar you have to take a pinch and add more water and stir it well until it dissolves completely. That is a solution. So sugar solution and salt solution, then lemon juice, then it is bitter gourd, juice, or neem leaf juice. So these all you have to take for the experiment. Okay, activity for this all you have to take. You have to make sugar solution, salt solution, lemon juice you have to take, bitter gourd you have to smash it or grind it in a mixie and take the solution, or neem also you can take, and neem leaves you have to churn it or mixie in a mixer you do it. Okay, mixie you make it as a, you grind it in a mixie and make a little bit of solution, you can take that one. Okay, so all these solutions we are taking to make this activity. Okay, so a cleanly one of the toothpick you can take for this experiment for. Okay, that is to be cleaned or washed with the water. Okay, that toothpick where you have to dip in the toothpick and tell your friends to open the tongue fully and test with these solutions. How to test? Okay, so ask your classmate or anybody in your friends or in your house, only anyone. Okay, tell them to open the mouths and open the tongue properly, how it is shown there, and you have to place a solution, dip in a solution that is a drop of solution you have to place in different places of the tongue. So here, maybe here, maybe here, maybe any one place. Okay. So when you place in one particular point, the sweetness of the sugar they can identify. Okay. So like that only again you take the salt solution. One more person you can choose, or from him only tell him to wash the mouth, and again salt solution you can take and place in different places. In one place he feels salty. Okay, like that only you can do the experiment with the bitter gourd solution and lemon juice solution. Okay, so separate toothpick you have to take for each solution. They should not mix up. Okay, toothpick you keep in separate jars. Okay, so with the toothpick you have to place a drop by drop on the tongue with all 4 solutions. So you can find out in which place they are getting the sugar taste, salty taste, bitter taste, and sour taste. That activity you do and check for yourself also. Okay, find out where and all you are getting different types of taste. Because of the taste buds you are getting these different tastes. Okay, you do this activity and check it and write down the things what you have observed there. Okay, so let me explain you. So when you put the bitter thing at the end of the tongue, here you will feel little more bitter, more and more bitter. These are having the taste buds which are familiar to the bitter taste. They are giving the bitter taste. Okay, so this is the place where bitter taste buds are present. Then, so soreness means at the edge, about the ending side, near to the ending side, both these corners, they are giving us the soreness. Okay, then below that, 2 places here in the corner, okay, in the middle not also, in the apex also not there. So in the middle of these 2 portions, there will be a salty taste. And at the tip, there will be a sweetness. Sweety taste buds are present. They can identify easily sweetness there. Okay, this you do yourself, children, and check it. So these are the places where we'll get the different types of tastes with the help of taste buds. So tongue is helping us to speak. Tongue is helping us to move the food forward, backward, up, down. It is helping for mastication. That means grinding, chewing, cutting for it is helping by pushing the food. Okay, so that is only chewing and also we have to swallow it. Okay, that food should go inside. For that purpose, this tongue is pushing the food back. Okay, and it is also helping in to find out the different tastes of our food. Got it? So these are the some of the information about the tongue, their functions, structure, all we studied. This is also present inside the buccal cavity. Okay, so these parts we have studied. Now let us move to the next compartment, next chamber where this food pipe will start. Okay, so after the mouth or buccal cavity, there is a passage. From here to here, there is a passage. So that we will call it as a esophagus or food pipe. Okay, let me rub this portion. This belongs to the activity. Okay, now come to the other part, that is the next chamber, next compartment of the digestive tract is the food pipe or esophagus. Here, this is like a pipe-like vessel. What we'll call it? Pipe-like vessel it is. Okay. The food passes into the food pipe or esophagus. The food is going along with this pipe-like structure until it reaches to the stomach area. Okay, so this pipe only we will call it as a esophagus. Okay, so here the food will be moving with some jerks. Suddenly it will not going into the stomach area. With a jerk movement like this will be there. So the food will be moving in this way. Okay, slowly it moves. So this movement we will call it as a peristalsis. Peristalsis movement. Peristalsis movement means with a jerk the food will be moving. So in this way the food will be going by a jerk by jerk. Little by little it pushes down. Okay, so in this way, food will be moving slowly into the stomach area through this pipe-like structure. We'll call it as the esophagus. So no other function or work will be there in the esophagus. Just the food will be pushed downwards from mouth to the stomach area. The food will be passed through the esophagus. That is what the food pipe or esophagus we will call it. Okay. So this food pipe moves downwards until the last compartment, anus. That means this food pipe is there, no? How it is moving like this pipe-like structure? Some places it is enlarged, again some places it is becoming the same size. Okay, so in this way it is moving for a longer way, and lastly it ends with the anus. So it is the starting point of the mouth is the starting point. After that, this is the second chamber where food is moving through the vessel-like or this pipe-like structure. Okay, so this is just a passage. So after this one, the food will reach to the stomach area. Got it? So now we'll go to the stomach. So there is no reaction, nothing is there in the food pipe. Just that is a place where the food will be moved. Okay. Now we will go to the stomach. Okay, so how the stomach is, what is the function of this one, what the food will happen to the food there, okay, what reactions will undergo, that we'll see here. Stomach is a thick walled bag, okay, it's a bag like structure that is having a thick wall. It's a bag or wall like bag or some sack-like structure having thick wall, and its shape is like a flattened J. How is the shape? Shape is like a J shape. See there how I wrote? It's like a J only now. So like this J. Flattened J-like structure it is having, and it is the widest part. Third point is it is widest. So here it is enlarged, little bit stretched there. That pipe-like, narrow-like thing is there, no, alimentary canal, sorry, esophagus, that is stretched here in the stomach area. Okay, so it receives food from the food pipe, and some digestive system will goes on there, chemical reaction will goes on there. Then it other end will be opening into the small intestine. Okay, so the inner wall of the stomach here, what is the main work? Means it is thick walled, I said. So inner wall, so outer one wall is there, one layer will be there. So inner wall also will be there. So inner wall of the stomach is secreting three things here. Okay, so what are those things? One is the mucus. Second one, hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid. Remember, this is called HCl. Hydrochloric acid, and digestive juices. So, stomach, the inner wall of the stomach is secreting three things. One is the mucous membrane. Mucus means a jelly-like thing. It is in a liquid form, but it is jelly-like. Okay, soapy-like. Okay, like that mucus will be secreted in the inner wall. One more thing, hydrochloric acid will be secreted. One more thing, digestive juices will be secreted in the stomach area. Why these are released? That's the question. So, this mucus layer will be giving the protection. The mucus protects the inner lining. Protects inner lining. What is the function of mucus? Why it is secreted in the inner wall of the stomach area? Because it is helping in protection. It protects the inner wall of the stomach, because here hydrochloric acid will be released. Hydrochloric acid is a strong acid. In the next chemistry classes, you will find out what are strong acid, what are weak acids, about acids, bases, salts, everything you will study there. Okay, now you remember this hydrochloric acid is an acid which is very strong. It is released there, okay, in the stomach. So why this acid is needed means to kill the bacteria. Okay, so this acid to kill bacteria. Some of food, in our food, when we are eating, no, at that time, so much of bacteria also goes inside through the mouth, and some are present already in the food. So those bacteria has to be killed in the stomach area. Okay, with the help of this hydrochloric acid. Understood? So that's why this acid will be released. And so in the stomach, this acid will help to release the digestive juices also. Means they will act on the digestive juices. Okay, so digestive juices, what it will do? It will break down the proteins into sugar. So it helps in protein into sugar. I told in the earlier, so this complex substances to be breaking down, they are breaking down and converted into simpler substances. How they will be converted? By the help of these digestive juices. Okay, so protein is a complex substance that is divided into smaller particles and that is converted into another form, that is the sugar. Okay, so complex into simple substances it is converting. So sugar is accumulated in the cells and later it will be used for the, it is broken down and energy will be released. Okay, so that breaking down of protein will be done by the digestive juices which is secreted in the inner wall of the stomach area. So these are the main thing which is occurring in the stomach. Okay, you remember children, these there is a step by step. If you understand all these points, then you can answer for any question. If I ask in the middle of the lesson also, you can answer. So these points, what I am writing, these are the keywords. If you see this one, the stomach is a bag-like or sac-like structure, okay, which is having the thick wall. So upper one layer, below one layer, like that, it is thick wall it is having, so that it should not be ruptured so easily. Then it is having J shape in structure, flattened J shape structure, and it is widest part of the alimentary canal. So here the alimentary canal is like a pipeline which is wide and it is stretched in the stomach area. Then fourth point as it is having the upper wall and inner wall also, outer wall and inner wall. So in the inner wall there will be a secretion called mucus, okay, which is helping in protecting the inner layer. Got it? So inner layer will be slimy in structure because your HCl will be released. Hydrochloric acid is a strong acid that is released. No, that should not harm to the wall of the stomach. It should not be ruptured. So if any acids are corrosive in nature. Corrosive means they are burning in nature. That burning effect should not be produced on the wall of the stomach. Okay, so that burning nature will be prohibited by the mucus layer. Okay, so then hydrochloric acid will be produced, that is helping to kill the bacteria and viruses which are present in our food. Then it is releasing the digestive juices, that is the main thing. which is making our food to digest. Here, the chemical reaction will occur. What are the proteins are there in our food that will be breaking down into sugars with the help of these digestive juices. So here, the actual digestion will start in the stomach area. Understand? So this is one thing. Then here about the stomach, there is a small story is given how the working of the stomach will be known by a scientist. Okay, so a story given. It was discovered by an accident. Okay, in 1822, a man named Alex Saint Martin. Okay, so Alex Saint Martin, his name. He got an accident. Okay, so he was working in the army. He got an accident. There when he was working something, he got a gunshot to his stomach area, and he got a hole. He got in that stomach area that ruptured totally. Then a doctor, army doctor was there. He attended. His doctor, the doctor name was William B. Mount. William B. Mount. He was an army doctor that time. Okay, he was attending this patient. Okay, so he got gunshot for his stomach area and it is totally ruptured there. All the blood it is flowing out. That time he attended that patient and that time it was in 1822. It was in 1822, no? So at that time, the surgery was so difficult. So much of improvements in the medical field was not there. So he is not able to close that hole. What the gun bullets made, no hole in the stomach area. That is not completely able to close by this doctor. So what he done, he stitched then also. He wanted to see. He got an idea that why can't I see what is happening inside the stomach area, how the food is going to digest in the stomach area, that he wanted to know. So he got an opportunity. Anyway, the hole is there, and he has not closed that hole in a full way. Fully he has not closed. He made that hole to open and close when he want, like a lid. Okay. So whenever the patient, he made the patient to stay in a hungry way, means he has not provided the food for him for 1 or 2 days, and he saw what are the chemicals or digestive juices are created there. And then he provided different types of food, and he saw there what are the digestive juices, how the juices are churning the food. Okay, so that also he observed. Later he invented that. So in the stomach area, these are all the things are released, how the food is digested. Okay, so it's the person called Dr. William B. Mount. He invented this one. So digestion of the food in the stomach area, that will be known by this person. So in this way, what is going on inside the stomach area, he find out that one by giving different kind of foods. He observed that one, that lid-like structure, that outer opening he made, no, that is very wonderful. He opened that one and he is closing whenever he want. Okay, so that idea he got, and then he find out the result, and then he given it to the whole world, sent a message to the whole world that food is started to churn. One more thing he find out, that the stomach opens the intestine only after the digestion of the food inside the stomach is completed. See, one more thing he is telling here. See, when these are all things are released in the stomach area and digestion is completed, then only this will leave the food to go into another chamber. Okay, so the food enters here and it will be digested, churning will be started here, and food will be completely squeezed out. Okay, so whatever absorption it want, it will be absorbing there and squeezed out, and then proteins are converted into sugar. After completing of the digestion here, then only the food will be allowed to pass through this chamber to the next chamber, small intestine. Okay, see, this is a magic light. Okay, automatically our organs are knowing when to pass the food. This will be known by this doctor only. Okay, this is a miracle which was happened in 1822 by a doctor. Got it? So you have to remember this incident. Okay, so it's a hole made in the stomach by a gunshot. But that only he made as an opportunity to find out what is going on inside the stomach. Then he finds the churning activity and release of these raw chemicals inside the stomach, and when it is able to open and close this activity, that all he find out and release to the world part. Okay. So in this way, in the stomach area, fully it will be digested. Okay. So then we will move to the small intestine part. Okay. So after this, it will go to the small intestine. Okay. So that from I will do in the next class. Before that, before ending to the lesson of this, we will go for the assignments. So now you take down the assignments, children. See, here I am going to give you 4 questions that all 4 you have to learn and write one time. Okay. How is the alimentary canal is divided into various compartments. Okay, this is not there in the textbook questions, children. You have to see the textbook and read it. Okay, so what are the compartments are there in the alimentary canal, digestive tract? You have to number only it is given there. You see and write it. What is ingestion? Third one, what are the types of feeds? Types of teeth. Mention the number. Mention the number of teeth. Fourth one, write the functions of tongue. Okay, so these 4 question answers, learn and write one time. Okay, so one time you have to write neatly in your homework book, children. So that you have to submit every Wednesday, children. So tomorrow from the correction work will be started. So whatever the notes you have written, homework you have written, that you have to submit it tomorrow, Wednesday, that is 28th. Okay, so tomorrow from it will be started, 28th from. Got it? So every Wednesday you have to bring and give it to us. The next day you have to collect it back. Got it, children? So you be reading this all and classworks also, because in the August month we are getting FA1 test. For that, I am telling you now only you have to prepare yourself. Got it? So worksheet also released in it is given in the online only. You have to, along with the classwork, you have to write the worksheet also. In homework book only you can write it, children. Once you write the worksheet part in the homework book and bring it to us. Okay, thank you, Annika.